Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So tonight's video is going to be a spa night chit chat video. We had a very interesting discussion last night in my live stream, which by the way, if you did not know, I started doing my YouNow live streams all over again, and I think I'm going to commit to doing 2 live streams a week, so Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will put the link to my YouNow profile down below for you guys, and if you'd like to join in with the conversation, like I said, every Wednesday and Friday, unless I tell you guys specifically on Twitter, that's where I usually announce when I'm going live or if something's happening to where I can't go live, I will let you guys know on there. Anyways, in last night's live stream, we talked a little bit about everything, pretty much. The main topic was the James Charles and Tati collaboration that they put up, I think it was either yesterday or the day before. But we also talked about Jaclyn Hill, of course, Morphe, of course. And then I woke up this morning and saw that Jaclyn had posted this to Snapchat.
I didn't want to address this last night because last night was just a bad night for me. Not just because of this, but there's just so much going on right now, and I just felt really defeated last night, so I wanted to sleep first. But I did delete my video that I posted last night on YouTube. A lot of people are wondering if YouTube took it down or if I took it down. It was me. I deleted my video, and the reason being is because in my video in the intro, I say that this is a full face of incredible products, excluding Morphe, and then in the video, I continue to use my brush set, which is obviously with Morphe. And I use like the beauty sponge too. That's also Morphe. Now I don't talk about those things in the video. I don't mention the word Morphe, but I am using them. And honestly, it was a total oversight. It sounds so silly, but it didn't even cross my mind. Like I just thought like, oh, I'm not going to talk about Morphe and I'm not going to use their makeup products. And then I continued to use my brushes and the beauty sponge and the setting spray. I'm going to be real. You can't take that from me. You can't take the Morphe Prep Set. Like that's just, but it's never going to happen. But seriously, I totally fucked up and that's my fault. So I'm sorry. I thought about re-editing it and just taking out like the excluding Morphe part in the intro and then re-uploading it. But it's like, it just makes it a thing. And it's just like, it's not fun. It's not fun anymore. You know, it's not fun for you guys. It's not fun for me. And I've always said, like, if YouTube isn't fun, then I'm not going to do it. There's other avenues out there for me for income. I'm not going to do something that you guys don't like and something that I don't like. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to disappoint you guys. That's all. And I just want to say this, and I hope that this doesn't come across like as a victim mentality, because that's not it. It's not where I'm coming from at all. But as of recently, I feel like I really can't do much without being extremely criticized and looked down upon and scrutinized. And it just takes away the fun and the creativity and the motivation and the passion to do what I do. I'm not saying that it's your fault for the lack of content. Absolutely not. I'm usually much better at like picking myself up, getting back on the horse. But there's just so much going on in my personal life right now that's just kind of like weakening me. And the beauty community is just up in flames right now, honestly. Like there's a few people like Jeffree Star who are thriving harder than ever and like can do no wrong right now in people's eyes. And other than that, it's like I'm just on eggshells and like constantly like, watching my back. And I feel like I have to like change who I am to like make you guys happy. And it's like kind of like messing like with my psyche at this point, honestly. I'm just venting at this point, I guess, just talking to you guys like friends and just keeping it real, you know. I just don't want to disappoint you guys, and recently I feel like that's all I'm doing, and that kills me. It breaks my heart. I hate just disappointing one of my friends, you know, or letting one family member down. And I really, really value my relationship with my subscribers, and so when I feel like I have done something to like mess up or let you guys down, like it keeps me awake at night. It kills me. Like kills me. Again, I'm not going to tell stories to be like, oh, poor me, I'm over here crying. But yeah, I'm just sorry, and I'm constantly trying to be better. So that's the whole story on the video and why it's taken down. So I'm sorry, but I will be back with another one.
After I watched the Snapchat, I was left feeling some type of way about it, because there were some parts of the video where I was kind of feeling bad for her. And then there were parts like when she mentions or name drops Jeffree Star while saying, you know, he can do no wrong and his brand is thriving. It's like that could have been left out. Jeffree has absolutely been staying in his lane for the most part. I don't really feel like he's been out here trying to cause controversy or get involved in any drama. He's been doing releases, brand releases, doing store openings for Morphe. I don't know about anybody else, but the one thing that I kind of took away from the Snapchat, at least in that little timestamp where she mentions or she name drops Jeffree and how he can do no wrong. I was thinking about it just a couple minutes ago. I was watching that Snapchat clip again on my phone, and I was like, you know what? I feel like Jaclyn may not be jealous, but she's kind of like, why is it that he can push Morphe and do all these Morphe things, but every time I mention Morphe, I get crucified for it no matter what I do. I couldn't help but think about that actually just a few minutes ago. That's the whole reason why I wanted to sit down and make this video, because I know everyone has been talking about how Jaclyn is supposedly quitting YouTube and all this stuff. She's not going to quit YouTube. If anything, she'll take a break for a little while, and I hope she does, just to like clear her mind and like do a reset, maybe like a hard reset of what she's really here for. I know she mentions that it's not fun anymore because of what's happening and how critical people are being of her specifically at the moment because of what has happened with Morphe. If you look at this from, I guess you could say, sort of Jaclyn's standpoint, and maybe it's not, maybe I'm just assuming things, but the way I see it is Jaclyn is watching Jeffree with all of his 11 million subscribers doing Morphe store openings. He uses Morphe products openly in his videos with little to no issues from his subscribers. No one's really attacking him for anything. Even though I've mentioned on my channel before, I honestly feel like people like Jeffree, like James, and Jaclyn, they should really reconsider working with brands like Morphe just because of the shitty customer service that their customers get when big issues like what happened with the Vault and the brush collection, everything happened. I mean, Morphe has consistently had terrible customer service reviews. And if I were any one of them or anybody who works with Morphe or has a Morphe code or whatever the case may be, I would watch situations like what we've seen and what we're continuing to see happen with the Vault collection release, with the brush collection and everything from Jaclyn Hill, and look at the history of how terrible the customer service has been. I would be like, I don't want my subscribers to invest money in a company who has no respect for them. You know what I mean? That's just me. Once again, these are just my opinions on things. Feel free to leave yours down below. But I mean, there are other reasons why I think Morphe should just be put to the back burner for most influencers. But the main reason, these influencers constantly say, you know, I do these things for you guys. My main focus is you guys. Jaclyn said in the past, even more recently even, that her main focus is making her subscribers happy, which is the reason why she took down last night's video so quickly. If that were the case, then you should look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture in this situation is, of course, what we are seeing from Morphe and how upset people are over how they've been treated, how Morphe has dealt with this entire situation. They've been extraordinarily unprofessional. I mean, she has been too. Let's be honest, let's call a spade a spade. But there is a reason why her subscribers have been asking her to step away from Morphe, walk away from Morphe. It's because Morphe is, I'm sorry, opinion, once again, Morphe is not the best brand to want to buy from. There are other brands like BH Cosmetics. I fucking love BH Cosmetics. As a matter of fact, 95% of my makeup brush collection and a good portion of my makeup palette collection all come from BH Cosmetics. I think they're very, very good in quality for the price. The brushes are excellent. I also love the Wet n Wild. These ones right here, these brushes from Wet n Wild, the pink and white ones, these are excellent brushes. I absolutely love them. There are other brands that you should be investing your money in, but because brands like Morphe are so popular amongst influencers like Jeffree Star, like James Charles, like Jaclyn, the big three as of right now, if you will, everyone wants to constantly buy from them and support them. And as long as there is a support system in the influencers for this brand, we're going to continue to see Morphe growing and growing and growing. And that's the unfortunate fact. But going back to what I was saying, I think looking at this through Jaclyn's eyes, she's seeing Jeffree specifically with his 11 million subscribers openly pushing Morphe products on his channel, doing Morphe store openings, not getting any hate for it whatsoever seemingly. And here she is with every single post she makes. People are going after her for the Vault collection. People are going after her for the brush collection. People are asking her to stop working with Morphe. We're tired of Morphe. Morphe this, Morphe that. She's tired. But she has to realize so are her subscribers, which is the reason why people are being so vocal about their dislike of her pushing Morphe. What she fails to realize is the reason why people like Jeffree, like him or not, has become so popular so fast over the past few years, surpassing people like Jaclyn, who were at one point the top dogs in the industry as far as influencers, is because he has been continuously honest about what he uses in the products and how he likes them. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a Morphe code. I may be wrong, but I'm fairly certain the only code he has is a Jouer one, and that one is for charity specifically. Unlike some of the other influencers, and this is not me taking a dig at anybody, this is just me comparing the situation to other people. When you compare Jeffree to the other influencers, he's not here worried about what PR lists he gets on. He can go out and buy makeup himself and not give a fuck and still give an honest review, and it is what it is. And he has proven that no matter what happens, whether he got the product in PR or if he bought it himself, he has been consistently honest about the product, and people respect him for that. And I think that's the reason why people are having such a big issue with Jaclyn, is that she has not been honest and she's not realizing that. And it's unfortunate that she feels so overwhelmed, and that's kind of why I felt bad for her in the Snapchat when she said that she's not enjoying it anymore, it's not fun for her anymore. If that's the case, then I think you should really either take a break for a couple of months, a couple weeks, whatever the case may be, and just reevaluate what your plan is for your channel and what you want for your channel in the future and for yourself in the future. Why not put your attention on your own brand that you promised your subscribers a few years ago? I think it was like 2014, 2015, I believe, and it was supposed to be launched in 2017. 2017 came and nothing came of that brand. And that was the one thing people were so excited about, including myself. I was excited about that launch and I was like looking forward to it, and I couldn't wait to see what you were creating. If I were you, I would drop the majority of the brand deals that you have, especially when it comes to Morphe, and focus your time solely on your own brand if that's truly what you want for yourself and for the future. You can sit there and name drop Jeffree and his brand and point out that his brand is thriving and he can do no wrong and all this bullshit, but you fail to realize you could have that same level of success if you would just stop pushing brands like Morphe. Focus not so much on the brand deals you can get with other brands. Focus on your own brand. People are still excited for it. People are still waiting for any mention of Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, if that's what you plan on calling your cosmetic line. If you no longer have interest in making your own makeup line, make that known. It's that simple. But she needs to open her eyes and realize that a lot of what she's going through right now has a lot to do with how she has acted and what she has done on her channel. And she's still not acknowledging that there have been inconsistencies and lies and dishonesty from her end, but also from brands like Morphe that she continues to push and work hard for. Like I said, if she would just get rid of Morphe altogether, as far as like collaborations in the future and things like that, I mean, still use their products if you like them. Hello, it's your channel, do whatever the fuck you want. But if she were to focus on her own brand, she could be doing so much more for herself in a better way, and she can control everything. Honestly, do I see her continuing with her own makeup brand? Probably not. And the reason I say that is because, like I said in my last video talking about Jaclyn and her releases, the number one consistency you can count on across all collaborations and all brands is the fact that there's always going to be a problem with that collaboration and that launch for whatever reason. True, she has tried to be hands-on and trying to solve issues and solve things, but for the most part, the number one thing she says is, it's not my brand. I can't control everything. And I feel like that's the one thing, the one reason why I don't think she's going to go through with her own brand, is because having all that responsibility now all solely on you is a lot of work. So unfortunately, I don't foresee anything happening with Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics anytime soon. But going back to the whole point of this video, guys, I truly feel like that was her way when she name dropped Jeffree and his brand and everything. That was her way of being like, okay, well, why can he get away with all that he's done and not get scrutinized and crucified for mentioning Morphe? But here I am, everything I do is on the spotlight. Once again, if you would just recognize the issue that people have been bringing up to you this entire time, and you are more honest and you are truly honest and not just honest because Morphe told you could be honest, which that was bullshit. If you went back to the Jaclyn who was more devoted to her subscribers than she was to any one brand, whether it be Makeup Geek or Morphe, Gerard Cosmetics, Becca, whatever the case may be, I feel like you would see a big change in how your subscribers react. And you know what? I know it seems like the whole world is against you right now. It's unfortunate to feel that way. I can imagine being in her place with millions and millions and millions of people with their eyes on you and your every move and being scrutinized with everything you do. I can't imagine the pressure and how scary that must be. But there are so many people who continue to defend her to this day. Like, not everyone is against you, Jaclyn. I hope she realizes this. She's never gonna watch this video, obviously, because who the fuck am I? But she still has a very, very loyal fan base who want success for her. I want success for her. I don't want her to fail. I hope she comes out on top of this whole situation and she realizes that a lot of what she's going through right now, she can control it by just realizing what needs to change and acting on it. And that's basically it. Anyways, guys, these are just my viewpoints on the situation. I figured I'd sit down and film a somewhat quick, hopefully quick, video talking about the situation, and you're more than welcome to leave your viewpoints down below. Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? What are your points in the matter? Did you take things differently? What did you guys think about her Snapchat? What did you guys take away from it? Jaclyn Hill is not quitting YouTube. It is not that deep of a situation, but I do think she needs to take a little break for herself, some time to herself to reflect on what has happened, what could have been done differently on her end, what she wants to do in the future as far as her content, her goals for her channel and for herself. Does she want to have her own brand? Does she not want to have her own brand? I think she should definitely work on that as well. Because like I said, she can name drop Jeffree all she wants and talk about his success and how he thrives. She can have the same success for herself if she would focus on it. He's worked for that success. If she would put that much work into her own brand, can you imagine how successful she would be with her own brand? I mean, let's be real. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so, so much. Bye.